habits that you need to break yourself from if you want to speculate. Let's get right back to
Now, if we take a look
ineffective
at, like I said,
speculators.
his name
Other thing they do, they buy cheap stuff. I'm back,
Why is that?
and I got 5 more bad habits that you need to break yourself from if you want to speculate like a pro. Let's get right back to ineffective speculators. Other thing they do, they buy cheap stocks because they assume every
cliche is that if you don't
natural
learn
gas,
how,
those are not
you're
specific, right?
bound
You're not
to
just saying
repeat
those
it.
are
Let
natural
me
resources.
take you back
So
a
with
little
everybody,
bit.
and you now have the Bank of
Essentially
Japan,
between
Bank of England, America,
1914
Chinese
and
apparently
1920, we had
loosening up
bank
everybody
deposits
is now
double
loosening the
so
money
we had
supply, printing money.
Hi, I'm Max Kaiser. This is the Kaiser Report.
We also had a relatively low discount interest rate where banks borrowed from the federal government. It was a lot more important back in the
Shortages of nearly all commodities developing and I'm going to make money in the commodities. If the economy does get better, print a lot more money, place to be, and we'll have
I was just saying, I told you this has been happening for weeks. All we do is search stuff online. And we use several different search engines, but start page stuff just processes through. And if someone in the room is watching us, right, we hope that you guys are watching us, learning that they're being poisoned by our searches, rather than document saying they're killing us. Of course they can't have me on air dominating. And I'm dominating all of the web now. We're being censored everywhere.
Everything in the world
I have confirmed that people are
maybe the US dollar will go up initially, but probably everything would be hit in the shock that made the world. So I own gold. I'm not selling my gold.
The crash of Lehman Brothers. It was a discussion on my side of the former chancellor.
What the Fed is doing is simply guaranteeing that
most people don't understand
the 0% interest rates prevent.
And perhaps you know Venus Project, you know the Free Gold Chart organization, you know perhaps the books and the stories of Gene Roddenberry, Star Trek, where we live in a world without money. I can tell you it is possible. But the problem we are facing is how can we get there? And all that we have to know is it happens in our minds. We have to push the right switches and then we will find the path.
Okay, traders. Hello to another FM Signals Midpo Show video edition. My name is still Megash from good old Germany, and you're welcome to another 48 hours technical analysis and synthesis. Today with another cross trade, I'm choose the Canadian dollar pound. Where is it? Canadian dollar pound or pound Canadian dollar. Excuse me. So here it is. Pound Canadian dollar. So analyze the stuff again. It's still yours. Okay, here we are, traders. The last week of the third month, March, of course, in 2012, or the first quarter 2012. It's the 27th March 2050 Central European Time, Brussels or Zurich, or even New York 1415, or for example Toronto 4051 or 1951 in London. Okay. Yes, yesterday trade was yes, not so good decision, but we are squeezed out. If you took the short stop, squeezed out Australian dollar, Chinese yuan, RMB. If you take the large one, we are in the red zone. And by the way, I will try. We are in a. Well, let me explain. Give me a short coverage. We are, in my opinion, right here, right now, in a trading market. So I don't see much. I don't see so much trends like usually. Perhaps I'm blind. However, and so I would prefer taking longer stops, even because the Australian dollar today stops me out if you follow me on Twitter, we see new lows in the Australian dollar. So by the way, it costs not only pips, money, it costs also nerves. And by the way, I would prefer some larger stops, or a bit different. However, I will talk about the Australian dollar on Friday, and don't trade and watch him this week. So okay, let's go to the pound Kenyan 5-minute chart. Here it is, and we see something like a sideways trend, and here roundabout monthly highs. And by the way, I would go a little bit backside here on 12 March. Here as we were here around about the lows of this month. This month, perhaps you remember my video at, here it is. Yes, oh, forget it. It's here it is. Yes, here it is. On 40th, yes. At the middle of the week, here it is. And by the way, we see it was a great aftermath. Of course, it was a great one. We are still in the trend line. And for today, here, I would create here from this lows here an upside trend. So, and when we get this upside trend, here was a trade. That was the trade here roundabout. Even go out of this lowly price action, and we've got a great upside trend in the last 2 weeks. Here it is, and here we are, even right here right now at monthly high levels. Yeah, the question is of course what to do. If you're long, I would still stay long, and I would still give you a technical analysis and synthesis about this cross rate, and yeah, hopefully get a great capability for you like last one. Okay, important in my opinion is of course here the monthly highs and the 76. Here it is, 764 Fibonacci line. So we are here on the last part of you want in this trading action, and I would still prefer the long side, but not at its prices. If you're not long, I would wait and hopefully to catch here some prices. So okay, but if you wanna directly opportunity, I would still speculate perhaps new months this week, but next weeks on higher prices. So I would take the stop, as I said, largely here at this line, round about 157.45, 100 pips. So here, this upside trend. But wait and see. I've got another lines and studies in this video for you. Okay, let's go ahead. Here, in my opinion, important is here this action end of last week, or perhaps I should paint here this week inside. Here on Friday moves. The Friday moves, and here. Okay, that's the moves from this week. So here this side, and here this yeah, something a little bit downside trend if you want. So okay, important too for me is also this one here, this area. So this downside trend, this sideways trend, and that's yeah, pressure area. So and if we put this together here, we've got even here something like yeah, something like a great buy area. So I'm still hoping that we are come a little bit back and buy this cross rate at lower rate, lower prices. But of course you can also buy in the upside, in the trend, buy in the trend, and even hope or trade for new highs around about 159 and perhaps 160 until the end of this week or next week. So okay, but I would still prefer I'm still accepting, let me say it by another way, I'm still accepting lower prices, and perhaps here we can catch the price around about 58, so 60 pips lower. So cause it's a massive development in this crossway. Usually on sideways trend, if we saw the bigger chart, it's usually sideways trend. Of course, this month wasn't great. Yes, was good luck, lucky trade, lucky punch. But yes, I don't accept it. I don't accepting that the upside trend will go like the last excuse me, like the last 2 weeks. So it seems like too good to be true. However, here to come back, here the line, and here the next line. So we've got these 3 lines, 3 strands if you want. The first, or the primary, secondary, and territory. Territory, how do you say in English? Yes. And I would still prefer the upside. Yes. Now you can make a stop or create a stop wherever you want. Here the first line, second line, or third line. I would prefer the third line still, and then we will have here. Okay, we didn't seen it here. We will, cause this is it's too massive for intraday, in my opinion, for this cross rate. So unusually, how do you say, volatility? Yes, in this cross rate. However, I would still create a stop here, 100 pips down, even on the upside trend. But the nice stuff again is still yours. So okay, and I still prefer the long side in this cross rate. Okay, to come to point perhaps here, let's create some moving average line here inside, or perhaps the last week here we've got the monthly high, low, and people lines, and here in the next one here I'm putting the weekly inside.